Just the graffiti sprawl of miserable Larne. The ignoble funnels and towers of Ballylumford slips. I came here to escape bad blood. A land of martyrs with their kneecaps smashed. Sound. And I wanted to escape the daggers behind language. The subtle testing out process at teenage disco. Who do you go to then? Meant. Which foot do you kick with? Right or left?
What should we do? Club?
I don't think so, Alan. I'd just like to get back to the hotel.
Oh, right. Absolutely.
Alan, there's no misunderstanding, is there? I mean, I've had a lovely evening and everything, but...
No, we'll go back to the hotel.
I don't think so. I've had a lovely evening. I mean that. I'll see you in the morning.
Tracy! Now you misunderstood, Tracy! Come back, Tracy! Hey, Bill, get out of the way!
Not you again.
All right, son. No drugs or nothing. Just caught robbing the radio out of the car.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
I gotta go to the hotel!
Oi!
The hotel!
Oi! A bit of quiet, please.
Wait in the restaurant.
Why are you doing this to me?
In a tank.
Come on.
No, I'm not going in there. You are!
Sleep here.
Chicken and cashew.
You're going to miss all this, aren't you, Sarge?
There you go. I'm being whisked off to dinner, I think. Thanks. Maybe next time.
Would you sign this for me, please?
Certainly.
Hello, Liam.
Shall we,
How are you?
I'm good. How long are you in Cambridge for?
Just a few days.
dinner called?
So should we, Sam. First night away from the baby.
Your child?
No.
You too, Sam.
Liam, shall we?
Phone me before you go.
What? What? No, I'm on my way now. I'm always a good boy. Yeah, Jet, all that stuff. Look, do you want me to bring it? See you in a minute.
Nothing to do with you, sir. Empty your pockets, please, sir. We haven't done anything. You've got nothing to hide, have you, sir? We're not doing it. Do you want to move on while you can, sir, or do you want to come with us?
You just got company.
You're making a big mistake.
Yeah, get in.
I'm going to get a lawyer, and I'm going to sue you.
There's a mattress there.
I want a lawyer.
When you sober up, you can make a call.
Sorry about this, mate. I should keep your back to the wall if I were you.
This is unreal.
Shut up! Come on, let me out of here now! Shut up!
Hey! You rattled your chain. Just nabbed the pillow fighter for obstruction and assault. He's a bit upset.
My last night's like a bloody asylum down here.
Come on, we're sort of private.
All right, just let me sort these buggers out.
I'll be in the social.
Oh, open the door.
Quiet.
Look, this is a... Hey! This man's sick in here! Hey. You okay? Open the door! Come on, open the door! Get me out!
Ricky?
Mrs. Cheerful Smile. There's an offer. Bob, you're a mean-hearted, thick-skinned, hard-nosed bastard, and we'll miss you.
secret why I'm retiring early. You lot can look after yourselves. But my wife... Well, it's time for me to move on.
Thank God for that.
But I want... If any of you are ever in any trouble, no matter how big, or how small, if ever you need a shoulder to cry on, a friend, for my sake, don't come to me because I'm retiring.
It was a hotel.
Can she stay over?
No, she can't. What would your mother say?
If she didn't know, she wouldn't say anything.
Don't push it, Ricky.
Yeah. Short skirts, loads of boyfriends.
Who says?
Mum.
I hope you're using something.
I was. Won't need anything now, will I?
What have we got?
2 drunks in the same cell. Now one of them is dead.
All officers, civets. All existing prisoners have been moved out, and there's a log of everyone who's been in and out of the cell.
Is there an office we can use?
Oh, and Hartley, if you find so much as a speck of dust, I want to know.
With respect, Superintendent,
The nose is broke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lacerations.
He says he was asleep the entire time, and then when he woke up, the fairies had stamped all over his cellmate.
You don't believe him?
Well, there's only a man here is gay. Was gay.
Oh, well, that's it then.
Look, Simmons wakes up in a police cell. It's dark. He's drunk, wants to play hide the salami.
You ever heard of the word homophobia, Tom?
It's not homophobia, it's motive.
I don't. Did anyone else come into the cell? I can't remember. Did Mr. do you? No. Did he do anything to you? Did he touch you? No. Remember. I'm trying to help you, Alan. You've got no record. You've never been in trouble with the police before. Now, if he...
Superintendent.
I would understand that. Any man would. It's only natural. I'd have been angry myself.
That's enough. He's in no fit state for this.
I can feel multiple rib fractures. Ligaments.
What would have caused that?
It's consistent with shot feet.
Kicking?
More like stamping. I've seen bodies that have been run over with lesser injuries than this.
Crazy bastard. Which blow killed him?
None of these. They were all made up.
Afterwards?
Although these are very severe injuries, there's no bruising, which means the heart had already stopped pumping when they were made.
So Simmons killed him and then carried on stamping on him?
There's an area of bruising behind the left ear. That was made when he was still alive.
Was this the blow that killed him?
Let's find out.
Who killed Michael Bay? Who killed Michael Bay? Who killed Michael Bay? Who killed Michael Bay?
There is no evidence or evidence. However, every possibility will be explored.
So you're saying that there is a possibility that police officers were involved in this?
If you listen,
Possibility.
there is nothing to cover up. There is no vendetta against the homosexual community in this town. There never has been.
Get the door.
And never will be.
Monks were in the same cell. Is that normal policy?
No, it is not normal policy. I can tell you that your question will form part of an ongoing
Your officers were involved in this.
My officers were deeply shocked and upset at what happened to you, and we all send our condolences to the family of the deceased man.
Traumatic subarachnoid hemorrhage. That was the cause of death.
What does that mean?
It's a hemorrhage arising skull. Subarachnoid means bleeding over the surface of the brain. Goes by tearing to a blood vessel.
Someone hit him over the head.
Possibly. Or he fell. Well, we know he'd been drinking. A high blood alcohol content can facilitate hemorrhaging. How long would it take to die? Or maybe he fell over before. Almost certain he collapsed and died instantaneously. So he must have received the blow in the cell.
Ma'am?
Where's Dr. Ryan?
She's still in there. It's pretty much as we thought. Simmons must have gone berserk and assaulted him.
The Yoon here?
Dr. Ryan? May I buy you lunch?
Yes, I'd like that. I'll just clean up and order right with you.
The corridors.
Liam is the superintendent farmer.
Hello. Well, I've come to too much.
I'm afraid I've got a previous engagement.
All right. Well, I'll see you in another 20 years then.
Dinner, huh?
How's your food?
It looks great. What is it, Harriet?
Any little thing that points to someone other than Simmons having done this.
What makes you say that?
Anything at all.
All I can tell, Pierce died from a blow to the head and was then brutally assaulted after death. The footprints and kicking imprints over his shoes.
Tell me about it.
Boys were teasing him and mucking about. Well, that's nothing new. But this time they were really cruel.
What were they teasing him about?
He said that he was queer.
Was he?
I don't know.
Then what happened?
See if he was all right. I think he'd been crying. I said to just ignore them, but he seemed very depressed. So I said, well, something.
And you ended up at the Chinese restaurant?
I didn't want to go back to his room with him. That's why he was so angry.
I was 20. I think it was my second week in the job when I was doing a shift on the duty desk. Both married, kids. Brought in this black prostitute. She was only a kid herself. Calling them every name under the sun. Anyway, they took her in the cells and told me not to let anyone through. Later on, the girl accused the officers of raping her.
Had they?
Of course they had. A black prostitute against two upstanding officers.
Did you say anything?
I heard nothing. One night in the bar, one of the officers came up and bought me a drink. He congratulated me on... Anything untoward happened in my station, I want to know about it. I don't care who's involved.
Untoward happened, I would tell you.
Thank you.
Is she a good singer? No, I'm a good pathologist. I'm professional, I'm experienced, I work hard. I care about what I do. But sometimes with my friends, I argue with my wife, play with the baby. Sam's life is a job.
Keen? Almost as keen as he is.
What did he say?
Something about the way the sun shone through your school uniform.
Oh, really?
Boss, there's a bloke in the office to see you.
Who is it?
Colin Track.
Mr. Trafford, please try to understand. First, there has to be a full inquiry.
I just want to see him.
He died in suspicious circumstances. I had to perform a post-mortem on him. staying offered.
He would never do that. They've got the wrong man. Why? Why are they saying these things about him?
Was he a close friend of yours?
Yes. Yes, he was my lover.
I'm very sorry.
I want to know what happened. He was coming home to me, and now he's dead. Why has that happened?
I don't know.
For that. Thought I was going to have a coronary.
Would somebody mind telling me what's happening here?
We thought we'd like you...
Ricky, can I have a quick word, please?
Yeah. What?
It's a very nice gesture. And any other night I'd be delighted, but not tonight. And we haven't seen each other for ages. We've a lot to talk about.
Oh.
So would you and your friend mind making yourselves scarce? Just bugger off, Ricky.
Is he here?
He is.
Oh, he practically lives here. Look, if he's making a nuisance of himself, it just is not the madhouse he makes out, you know.
We're just leaving.
Hey? Who's this? Sarah. You haven't got a girlfriend. What's going on here?
When?
Is she staying here?
Not exactly.
Not exactly, then. What exactly? What the hell is he doing here?
When, listen.
You have that scum under the same roof as my son? What's the matter? The matter is, he's one of the murdering bastards that killed your grand.
To a friend of mine.
Respect him?
How dare you come into my house?
It's all right.
No, it's not all right. My house invite you here. You're welcome to stay.
Oh, I wouldn't breathe the same air.
Then you know where the door is.
Ricky. Mum. Now.
Sorry, Sam.
It's all right.
I'm sorry too.
You've nothing to be sorry about.
Dear darling.
Do you think you'd be standing there if I thought you did?
It's all right.
Stephen, what's the matter? Stephen, what's happened? Tell me, Stephen.
Hello, Trevor. It's Sam. Yeah, listen, I've just woken up with a rough day in bed.
Yes.
Great. Thanks a lot, Trevor. A wee one. Okay, bye. Lied to my business partner.
I know. Doesn't it feel great?
What's that?
You're being used.
Very beautiful work.
I'm sorry about
that scene in your office.
Oh, that doesn't matter. You look very happy together.
Yes, we were happy.
It's difficult to say. If it's a murder investigation, the defence often want to bring their own pathologist in. There might have to be a second post-mortem.
This other man in the cell, Michael would never have touched him. Not unless he was out to something. But to want to kill him.
Mr. Trafford.
I just want to know what happened. Stop them saying these things about him.
Not on my windscreen last night. I'm not angry. I know how upset you are.
I've never seen this before. What are you looking for?
I don't know exactly. It's this mark.
Which one?
This one here, above the heart. It's a different shape to all the others. Well, they're not. Let's get a photograph, Fred.
Okay.
There you go. That's a heel mark. And this is Simmons' shoe. But that shoe didn't make that mark.
Simmons' shoes, and you found one that, in your opinion, doesn't match the others. Is that right?
Yes, the curve of the mark.
You said it was all right.
I know, and
why did you go back to the body?
I found a note on my car.
What note?
It said, "You're being used."
Evidence?
I don't leave stones unturned, nor would you expect me to, so I went back to the body.
And you'll mention this anomaly in your report?
Yes, of course. I'm very sorry if you thought I did.
Again?
That's your prerogative.
Excuse me, you wanted to see me?
It's one mark. It's probably a very simple explanation.
Are we clean, Tom?
I think so.
Right word with every officer who was on duty that night. If there are any whispers, any at all, I want to hear them. I want my officers to be in this station.
Yes, ma'am.
And you come to me, not Hartley.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and Tom?
Huh?
Ship with DC Cox? I won't have senior officers compromising their ranks. Either dropper or...
What about Simmons' nails? Any traces of Pierce's skin?
No, some of his blood, though.
If there'd been a fight, you'd have expected skin.
In that sense, was it one blow to the head with a blunt object? Everything else was post-mortem, so you said. So what's he like? Small town.
Marcia, if I asked you to do some tests, I found it on my windscreen. It's important.
Well, can't it wait till the morning at the station?
I didn't want it to go to the station. Sorry to interrupt.
You're not interrupting. Detective Constable Cox was just leaving. What?
What do you make of this?
Well, anyone could have sent you this. Simmons' solicitor, Pierce's boyfriend.
Marcia did an ESTA tip paper taken from some sort of pocketbook. A police pocketbook.
Oh, that doesn't mean anything.
The imprint from the pages above came through, but Marcia says if we
Wait
can...
a minute. What are you trying to do here?
I'm trying to find out what happened.
All right, then. If Simmons and a police officer did it, is that what you're saying?
That's not for me to say.
And if a police officer did do it, cold-bloodedly killed a man in his own, helped cover his tracks, and then thrown an innocent man at the murder, is that what you think of us?
If we can get some handwriting...
Jesus Christ. I'm not doing it.
Only you, me and Marcia need ever know.
No.
Otherwise, I might have to make... Give that bloody job. Look at you.
Apparently the DI shakes anything that moves.
Yeah, so they say. Do you think he was trying?
She says a copper sent her a note about the Pierce murder. So he was trying to get into a knickers by following a handwriting match.
How'd you know that? Looks for brains, some blokes. Like the bitch pathologist. She's like a dog with a bloody bone now. Jesus, everything was all right. It wasn't all. Atherley.
What's happening?
Nothing.
And what about the pathologist? Jerry?
You know that bloke who died in the... Yeah, the pathologist is trying to point a finger at a police officer.
What do you mean? The other man did it, no?
You know that. But some people just want to dump on us.
Stephen, do they think you have something to do with it?
Nor did that bother them. If she gets her way, we'll all be under suspicion.
Farmer asked me to have a look at Pierce, you don't mind, do you?
Did you see the mark?
Sam, you can't be sure.
Curve of the heel mark. It's subtly different
Are
from...
we sure it is a heel?
Well, what else could it be?
Fred, can you leave us for a moment?
Yeah.
Sam, this has got to end. I've spent years building up a reputation. I've got a good working relationship.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Is this to do with your father?
Has what to do with my father?
A reaction against all things establishment.
Oh, for God's sake.
Sam, I like you. I want a rotation go down the plug hole because you have a problem with the police.
I don't have a problem with the police. Do my job to the best of my ability and I get treated like a leper.
You shouldn't let him get to you.
I have a good mind to jack it in. Just let them sort it out for themselves.
God, you sound like your father. He would.
I wish he was here.
You and I are going to get into one of those misspelled obscenities and go floating off into the... Forget the coppers and the bodies, just you and me.
I've got a lecture.
Sort the lecture.
I can't. When I see...
How is she?
We'll have our good days.
What are the doctors?
I won't have it this time next year.
Oh, Bob, I'm sorry.
Do you know the worst thing? So-and-sos I've had to deal with down the years. Why her? Why take her and let the other ones live?
So, what do you think of this Pierce business?
You didn't think they missed the opportunity to put the boot in, did you?
You don't?
The guy was being a pain in the arse. I was there, remember? Maybe someone gave him a little slap.
You saw his body, Bob. It was a bit more...
I know every man and woman in that place. I put my life in it that not one of them would do a thing like that.
Well, that's what I think. Leave you to it.
Tom. You're a good man. Don't let them take advantage of you. And you might think you're getting to the bottom of everything, getting everything all bright and clean. They might just want you to dig up dirt to use against good officers.
Bob, can you come, love?
All right, love.
I'll see you all tomorrow.
Do you have any idea what it's like?
Excuse me?
I'm the wife. No, it's a policeman. And you're persecuting him.
I'm very sorry.
Don't you think that's enough? What he saw that night? He has nightmares because he's crying. But I'm sure you don't care about that.
Mrs. Johns, if your husband has something on his mind, then perhaps...
Leave him alone. You can't accept that one drink. Alone!
Has to do with work.
Look to the handwriting.
Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
I think you will.
Marcy, ever. Go and tell Farmer.
Sam.
What do you...
PC Jones? Well, not much. He's only been in the job a couple of months. Quiet, reliable. Why?
I think he might be Kerry. Doctor?
Oh, we were just doing some paperwork.
Tell me about Johns.
She thinks Jones is involved in this.
No. His wife came to see me. She was all over the place. She said he was cracking up, crying, drinking.
I'm not interested.
About what happened that night.
In the cell. There wasn't anywhere near the cell. He wasn't even in the station at the time. He was away interviewing a suspect. This is his statement.
That may be so.
There are other statements to back it up. He wasn't in the station. You don't...
This is the result of the ASDA test on the note that was pinned on my car windscreen. Compare it with John's statement.
Hello, Natalie. I'm Detective Inspector Adams.
What is shit? You should be ashamed of yourself. You've been a guest in his house.
We'd just like a quick word with Stephen. Is he in?
I just want to help him.
You bastards.
Can we come in, Natalie?
Yes.
Oh. Stephen!
Here, boy. Come here. Come here.
Stephen! It's Tom Adams! Just want to talk to you!
Do you think he saw us? Let's have a look at his lungs. There's froth in the trachea, main bronchi, and the smaller air passages. There are scattered pieces of weed present. The lungs are overinflated and feel crepitant, which is consistent with drowning.
Years old, married and lived in Cambridge. This is the second death to have involved the East Anglia Constabulary in 3 days. Michael Jason Pierce was...
A bit more hello, 121 415 5000 to secure.
Jerry, what happened to Stephen? I mean, I knew there was something up. I'm not stupid.
Shut up.
He was such a lovely man.
Up.
There's a wound to the back of the head, a superficial linear abrasion, and bruising. It's impossible to say whether the bruising occurred prior to or during drowning. Banged his head on the way down or when he hit the bottom.
Could he have fallen? His wife said he couldn't swim.
It's possible.
I'm sure it would be of great comfort to his wife if I could tell her that he'd slipped, that it was accidental death.
Can't give her that comfort.
Good night, Mum.
Good night.
Family.
You've met my family. If you lost the will to live,
It's time.
I don't think this...
Win is a deeply unhappy woman. That's what Win is.
What good would it do?
I think of defined by a conflict that has left us high and dry and knackered. It's time we all...
Maybe we're not all ready to move on.
All right, Sarge.
Oh, sorry, sir. I mean, Bob.
You two out. front entrance.
I've come to see Superintendent Farmer.
So there's no trace of Pierce's blood in any police clothes or shoes. Did you get Josh?
There was one opening, though. Sergeant Clare?
He was the custody sergeant. It was his last shift before he retired.
Is that you?
So?
I mean, out of the bag new. Odd thing to do, don't you think? You're loud. Just a thought.
You know what everyone's saying, don't you? John's killed.
It's not possible.
Tell me why it's not possible.
Apart from the fact that there's no evidence that he did, nobody in this station has a bad word. We know that he wasn't anywhere near that cell at the time of death.
How do we know that?
He was at a suspect's flat.
Which suspect?
Steve-O.
Him?
No, but Hartley has. He can verify everything that was in John's statement.
I don't care about Hartley. I want you to speak to him. Mr. Clare.
Bob?
I heard the news.
It's a terrible business. Well,
He was a good lad. A bit green. A decent boy.
You were the custody sergeant that night. Is there any way, in your opinion, that Johns could have been involved in Pierce's death?
Anybody.
All right, Bob. Just a question.
Ma'am.
come in.
Go
Go back to what?
Open Johns's locker, Mum.
I'll do that.
I thought he gave his shoes in.
You did? These must be spares.
But all the lockers were checked on the night of the murder.
Well, there's no crime in that.
We'll see. Get these down to the lab, priority.
Get his personal effects to his wife.
Well,
Bob, could I have it won't take a minute, please. What are you doing? What am I doing? What I have to do? Why? You're all right. Why? He's dead. Then don't let him die in vain.
Did you hear about the policeman? Good news.
But he's dead.
I know, but what if he killed this man and then felt so guilty he killed himself?
But what if they're wrong? You didn't see what I saw in that cell. What if I'm actually capable of doing something?
I know you. I know you couldn't do a thing like that.
I told him what happened.
Which geezer?
The investigating geezer.
And what did you tell the investigating geezer?
Why, you going up?
You little wanker!
I've got nothing else to say. It's all been sorted.
Oh, come here!
Tom!
Shut it! What's been sorted?
I told the geezer.
Aye, I know you can tell me, and I want the truth.
The bloke in the next cell.
Which bloke?
You know!
You mean you were in the station when the murder was discovered?
Yeah. I heard this man. There's people coming and going, some whispering. And the cop opens my cell door.
Which one?
I don't know.
Which one?
I don't remember.
All right.
It was the young one that arrested me. The one who topped himself. So I was free to go. There'd been no charges.
What else?
Please.
What else?
So if anyone ever asks, I'll just say they was here. So... Sir? Do you want a game?
No.
So?
It says you and Johns were searching Steve-O's flat between 10:45 and 11:15. What true is it?
Must be. That's what it says.
Don't piss me about.
Sir, it's in my statement. It's in Johns's.
Johns is dead. Let's have a look at your word for it.
And Sergeant Clare, he knew where we were.
If you've got anything to tell me, were you in the station at the time of the murder?
No, I wasn't, I swear.
What about Johns? Jerry, Most of the time. Most of the time. Well, where else did he go?
He said he left side in the car. He went back to the station to get it.
At the time of the murder?
Yeah.
Is Claire involved in this? He's Sergeant. He must have seen Johns going in and out.
He didn't. We told Claire we were at Steve-O's and he believed us.
Right. And all you did was protect Johns?
It is true.
Then you're an idiot. But if you're a murderer, I'll come for you, Jerry. No rank, no rights. I'll come for you.
I spoke to Wynne today, and I asked her.
And?
She said Declan was a murdering bastard who got everything coming to him. And that you...
What about me?
You were an arrogant rhyme moon with June and thought you knew everything about everything. And then she said...
Right, yes, thank you, got the message.
Then she said you'd come. Wynne, Ricky, Mammy, they're all coming.
Bloody hell.
Tomorrow.
Hi.
Hello, Tom.
Thanks. The custody sergeant in a station knows if an officer nicks a pencil, he knows. If an officer knocks off 5 minutes early, he knows. So if an officer, he knows. I haven't met very many people in my life, but Bob Clare is one of them. When I was a kid copper in Glasgow, he looked out for me. He'd seen it all. It made him bitter or cynical. In his statement, he said that Denning and Johns were... That's a lie.
Have you spoken to him?
What do I say? One of his young coppers may just have topped himself. And I go crashing in and accuse him of falsifying a statement.
In my station. He was in my custody. He should have been the safest man in Cambridgeshire. So yes, I saw the inside of that cell. It was my last night and I was bloody devastated.
You said in your statement that Johns wasn't in the station.
I said I didn't see him.
Do you think Stephen Johns killed Michael Pearce?
No, I think Alan Simmons killed Michael Pearce.
What about...
I'm sorry, Doctor, I don't care what... You will never persuade me that one of my boys did what I saw in that cell.
We should go.
I think that Simmons killed Pearce, and I will always think that. I'll spend a bit more time proving that, rather than running around pointing a finger at police officers. I think this whole bloody mess would have been over. Those might still be alive. That's what I think.
We can see ourselves out.
Sergeant, why were you wearing a brand new pair of shoes the night of the murder?
She wanted me to look my best on my last night. Is that all right, Doctor?
Let's go.
We're pulling rabbits out of hats, Dr. Ryan. Might look clever, but it's just another stupid bloody rabbit, isn't it?
And these are definitely John's shoes.
Definitely.
Someone had tried to clean them.
They'd been doused in cleaning fluids, scrubbed, buffed.
Michael Pearce.
Same blood group.
So Johns was in that cell. Needs me over at the police station. Mrs. Johns? I'm very sorry.
Natalie.
I hope you rot in hell.
Well, that's that then.
What?
I'll be eating on my own for the rest of my life.
Shoes. Someone had tried very hard to clean it off.
More fan mail.
I thought you'd want to know.
That one of my officers is a murderer. Not really.
Bother.
So let me get this straight. Your house to have dinner.
Yes.
The same night?
Yes.
Same room?
Jesus, Trevor, get out! Get out!
What is it?
Do they know what it is?
No, but they're going to blow it up anyway, just to make sure.
Why would anyone want...
It's said for John's. Someone thinks I'm responsible for what happened to him.
We can hardly arrest the whole police force.
That did nothing to that man. It was him who contacted me, remember?
Well, it wasn't a bomb. We might have just blown up your laundry, Mum.
Liam,
Sam,
don't you dare get...
your sister is coming to dinner.
It was your idea.
I know, but I didn't say I was going to be sober.
It all looked... Liam helped.
Ricky?
No. Mom. La-dee-da. La-dee-da.
There you go, Mrs. Ryan. Don't tell me you've got school tomorrow.
How's work?
Oh, you know. A lot of cars go that way. So then a few come in and get some petrol.
Right.
Would you like a straw?
Be funny.
No. I'm asking if you would like a straw.
She's well able.
So anyway, I'm walking home from school, minding my own business.
Must have been one of the only times he...
I'm walking around the corner, and all of a sudden, smack.
What?
Bloody great slab of concrete hits me on... So, I'm lying there, blood spouting out of me like a Niagara Falls. And your mother looking down at me.
It was only a pebble.
What did she say? I'm so sorry, Liam. Hold on there while I just go and get some help.
No, she...
No, she says... Serves you right, you Catholic bastard.
You Catholic bastard.
I'm sorry about what happened to your dad. I was sorry then, and I'm sorry now.
Don't ask me to forgive and forget.
Don't you want to remember more when?
Leave it to Liam, it's too fast.
20 years? Too fast?
Leave her talking.
Wouldn't you like to remember? The smell of a classroom on a wet afternoon. The butterfly thrill when Michael McDance.
Jesus.
Lying half asleep in your father's chest. Listening to his voice boom around in you. What happened to your dad will always be central to your lives. That's right. That's proper. So that what did happen to your dad, to thousands of men like your dad, like Declan, can have a proper context. More than bitterness, you can look back with love.
Look, you were wearing that dress the night I met you, remember?
Hey, let's go back there in the spring, eh?
Yeah, why not?
to America, son. I've had a ticket burning a hole in my pocket for months now.
All the time you've been in Cambridge, you've had a plane ticket in your pocket?
I'm tired of looking back.
Oh, I'm very pleased for you, Liam. So what was this?
Come with me. Barry says there's a vacant chair in pathology at the University of Massachusetts.
I dare you.
Sam, listen to me, please.
My career.
I know why you're here with your family. It's like huddling into a lifeboat. It's crap, but at least it's crap with other people.
Oh, you're very clever, Liam. But you're not half as bloody clever as you think you are. To years.
Get out of the lifeboat, Sam. Get some bloody joy.
And be like you mean? Running around the world, measuring your life in young girls?
I know I should have brought it up earlier.
Arrogant of you. I'm in control of my life, not you.
You're not in control of your life. You fill up your life with other people's emotions, you won't have to deal with your own. Sam, you are an incredible woman, but you're not in control. You think that you are. You pray that you're sleeping.
Get out, Liam.
Sam.
Get out.
Do you know anyone called NNG? It's a school.
Hello?
Do police officers have name tags in their clothing?
Sam. Liam Slattery.
You can wait, Sam.
I'm sorry, Liam. She's in a meeting. Can I take a message?
I found blood on some of the shirt fragments.
The same blood group as...
Someone was trying to tell you something big time.
That's his phone number. That's when his train leaves.
Lunch?
Mrs. Chiraya.
I know who you are.
You sent me a package. I didn't get to see what was inside it.
I don't know what you mean.
You wrote for Johns on it.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You liked Stephen Johns, didn't you?
Yes.
You don't believe the things people are saying about him.
I have to go.
Stephen Johns is dead. A man is going to stand trial for murder. What was in the package, Mrs. Deming? Was it your husband's shirt?
Jerry.
What's she doing here?
I don't know, Jerry. I haven't spoken to her. I haven't said anything. But Jerry, I didn't...
Get in the car. Doctor, I'm not Stephen Johns. Try and help me or my family.
You harass my officers. Now you're harassing my officers' wives.
Need something?
Patricia Denning has just been on the phone. The woman wants to make an official complaint.
Only because her husband told her to.
Quite right, too.
Because they had something they wanted to give me.
Which you helpfully blew up, didn't you?
My father was in the RUC by an IRA bomb. I have a slight problem with bombs. Trevor? What would you say if I said I wanted to take a sabbatical?
I'd say you only just bloody got here. Liam?
Dates for a year. Wants me to join him.
Well, as your business partner, I'd have to say I think you'd be crazy. I can't say you might come back.
It's only hypothetical.
Well, as your friend, I think it'd probably be a good idea. As long as I could. And it wouldn't be the end of the world if you and I started afresh, would it? Let me know what you decide.
Are you sure it was intentional? Well, look.
Thanks.
You all right?
I missed a train.
You just stay here and get some rest. I'll sort it out.
this is Sam Ryan. I can't come to the phone at the moment, but if you leave your name and number, I'll get back to you.
Right now.
Natalie, wait. Good. Why? Do you know what people are saying about your husband?
Leave him alone.
No, murdered him and then stamped on him so that another man would be accused of his killing.
No.
That he killed himself.
He would never kill anyone. And he would never, never leave me.
Why? What was he trying to tell me?
I don't know.
Did he say anything to you?
It was an accident.
What was an accident?
Whatever happened, I said to him, you had an accident with this man, but he said me no. It wasn't my accident.
Who's that?
I don't know.
My own wife. My own wife.
We can do this on our own, Jerry, and go. It's nothing to do with them.
If you make a move...
I won't make a move.
Jerry, don't do this. Jerry.
Get out. I think you'd better tell me what this is all about.
Joe! Joe!
It was my last night. Upset. I was nervous. Pierce was making a fuss. That's all, just to speak to him. But he kept whining, complaining, and then he tried to get out of the cell, and I pushed him up against the wall. I didn't hit him, I swear I did. He sat down on the mattress, and I shut the door like a drum.
Traumatic subarachnoid hemorrhage. When you pushed him up against the wall, he must have banged his head.
John's found him. He knew I was the last one. If he'd raised the alarm, he'd have still been alive now. He told Denning. And Denning covered it up.
Denning stamped on Pierce to make...
Then he realised that his shoe marks would be on the body.
So, Simmons, and used them to stamp over the body.
It was a second when it might have gone to Farmer. A second that Johns found the body. After that, no one was able to own up. Not without dragging down officers with them. You don't do that sort of thing.
What's happening?
Denning's got Tom in. He's got a knife.
In the end, the murder's down to John's. You're not a murderer.
You bastard. The pathologist, you let her piss all over us. So you bloody sit down!
All right. All right.
You scumbag. Couldn't know what you were doing. I went to see Johns. I was all down with him if he didn't put himself together.
He was going to give himself up?
He phoned me and told me he was going to go to farmer. I persuaded him to meet me. Down by the old quarry.
No.
I just wanted to talk to him. But he'd broken. He'd just gone completely. He was going to go to farmer, and that was that.
Don't let anyone get in those white goals, all right? Just keep your eye on the lot of them. I'll ask for the goal. You all right? This is why there are rules.
We had a fight. The next thing I knew, I tried to put him out, but I couldn't. He was so heavy. And he wasn't helping. He was just letting himself sink. He wouldn't help. I couldn't understand it. I was shouting at him to help.
Jesus Christ.
I thought I heard somebody coming. I just panicked. Just got out of... You can go. Sorry.
No, Jerry!
Promise. I promise. But for God's sake.
Jerry, it's me, Sergeant Clare.
What's that bloody idiot doing? Sergeant Clare! Sergeant Clare!
It's all over. You're a good friend, Jerry.
All right, get him out of there. Wait, Harriet.
I never let you do what you did. Now it has to stop. I've told them everything. I don't want any more people hurt for what I did, Jerry.
What did Claire do?
You know I killed the man, Jerry. I didn't mean to, God knows. You know you and John's covered for me. Jerry, John's is dead. Let's stop this thing now.
Harriet?
Come on, son. Jerry, throw the knife away. It's all right, son. That's all right. That's all right.
What the hell happened to you?
I'm all right. I had a bit of an accident.
You seen a doctor?
Trevor, don't fuss.
Did you see Liam? He's been phoning all afternoon. He didn't get on the train. He said he couldn't believe...
Is he still there?
He might be.
白痴個個埋堆，中茶天似 con con con， 肥手啲啲 con。He's so old. He's rich. He'll make a good husband.
I won't marry him.
You speak English to disobey, but you will obey me. Con không thể lấy ông được.
You know what family? We have no family. They're all dead. How could you watch this with me? The man will want to know about me, and I'll have to tell him. I'll forget it. I'm going to be adopted soon. I won't need to take this old man.
You look after you.
But I have you.
I know I have let you down, but this time you do yours. Nghe lời bà đi.
We don't know who he is. That's fairly common. Most murders start off that way. Identification can be difficult. I mean, anyone else. We need clues. So what do we look for?
Tattoos?
Good, especially with names. Scars.
What about his teeth?
Good. Oh, Bruce, what? That's disgusting. A fingerprint. In fact, they tell us more. They tell us how this person lived. This bloke lived pretty rough. Looks like you're dead, Greg. Leave it out, Harriet. But teeth, like fingerprints, are only useful if we have something to compare them to. In this case, a set of dental records. Any other ideas?
Sorry.
Personally, I always start with the pockets. Oh, someone might just have overlooked a wallet. Unfortunately, not in this case.
What did he actually die of?
That, Harry, is what we're about to find out on his fingers. I'll give you a clue. Yes. Charm, isn't it? You didn't look very happy in there. But your final year, aren't you? It wasn't your first PM.
No, of course not.
I can help.
I had things on my mind, family things.
Right, I know all about them.
Right. If you want to consider it impertinent.
Well, can we walk and talk? I'm due at the office.
To know. I need to talk about womanly things with a senior woman.
Is that what I am?
I didn't mean to offend you. I'm sorry.
About what?
I don't talk to people much. The other students. I'm not socially. I'm wasting your time.
Do you drink?
Yes, I suppose. Why wouldn't I?
No reason at all.
My father was a doctor, also my mother.
Runs in the family.
My father wished it. He wanted me to get out.
Don't they all? So what can this senior woman offer?
Wisdom.
Go on.
He wants me to marry someone he's chosen.
Do you always do what your father wishes?
In this case.
Wouldn't you prefer to?
Who is free?
Well, if that's how you feel, I don't see the problem.
No, you don't understand. He will want a traditional girl. And I am not as a traditional girl as he's expected to be. I mean, my condition is not...
Act.
My fiancé. Will he be able to tell that I have?
It's a strange question for a medical student. The hymen can be broken in all sorts of different ways.
Yes, I understand anatomy. He may be able to tell in other ways.
Probably not. Not if you pretend. But then you'd have for the rest of your life. Can you do that? And do you want to do that? In my experience, with a difficult truth may be hard, but it's a darn sight better than living with a lie.
Brian.
Anytime. Mummy? Is that you? Are you all right? Mummy? Mummy, where are you? What on earth are you doing out here?
I woke up so I come out to find him. I'm going to give him a piece of my mind.
He's dead, for God's sake! God, I'm sorry.
How's it going?
Punctuation is shit. You're waxing your metaphors.
You wouldn't know a metaphor if it bit you in the arse. No brains.
Thanks for the encouragement.
Brains are a short commodity.
She forgets he's dead. Every time she's reminded, she has to grieve for him all over again.
Yet.
No, neither do I.
Anne! Chậm quá. Chưa mà, đây là Trinh. Trinh. My mother, Mrs. Wong. Là sao? Meet your new mother. Đây là Lê. Et đây là Minh.
Old people's home? Looks more like a crematorium.
The matron's expecting us, Win. Come on, we're already late.
Ma,
What? There is something I must say.
Mr. Kwok, very proper. You won't be that formal.
When we left Vietnam, we were unfortunate. Our boat was found by pirates.
No.
Please, secrets are bad between man and wife.
Secrets? What secrets?
That is when my mother dies. To the woman and the girls. Including myself.
Còn đi chơi xe. Chứ chụp một súng nữa. Cô đi sao đây? Hoa. How should charge, huh? Hoa. Đồng chí. Đồng chí. Không đây kìa. Đồng chí. D. And you want to come in with a lie? Prostitute. Prostitute.
Now to the hostel. You should never have left my house. You must come with me now.
No, I must work for you. Con good night, indeed.
Mari đâu hả? Tôi con sao? Chú mắt, chắc lại.
Hiya. Where were you?
When?
Yesterday.
What's the science, Hardy, mate?
1 minute. A chicken tikka, a quick screw. You barely took your coat off.
What do you want from me?
Infection. Don't you got long enough?
D.I. Adams.
DC Cox.
D.S. Farmers S.I.O.B. He'll probably be dealing with me in this one.
chili in the chow mein?
You don't put chili in chow mein.
Gov, just been talking to a neighbour. Did you see anything? Nothing unusual except for Miss dark.
Time? You can't remember. Oh, very useful.
Extensive burning with charring to exposed, especially on the hands, arms, shins. The right side of the torso appears very damaged and abdominal contents. Fierce localized fire.
Accelerant?
It's caused by the body being pulled. From where?
The kitchen area.
It's full of smoke. Zero visibility. My boy went to touch. Dragged till he was sure it was dead.
Is he here? Where was the body?
Just there. Yeah, I think so.
Thanks a lot.
Bit of a stir fry, sir.
Some people would do anything to avoid a health inspection.
Save your breath, you aren't going to wind me up.
Carbs.
I want to get Fred out to deal with the body. Skip the frail ones. It's going to take days to go through this. Learning? It's the thickest part of the body. It takes a long time to burn. But there's a big difference here between the right and the left side. There's a reason for that.
Suspicious.
Hi, it's Dr. Ryan. Can we speak to Fred, please?
I thought you said it was a Chinese restaurant. Saigon Palace sounds more Vietnamese to me.
This kind of places change hands about 3 times a week.
Who's the owner?
Mr. Bin. He's not answering his phone, but we're checking him out. Nobody's turned up, and there's nothing on the national insurance records, but that doesn't mean very much. Somebody had to be working, even in a shithole like this.
Yeah. Well, if you find anything.
She might go out in the bloody car.
Yes, pretty bad. Really. Weren't you here, Fred?
Interesting.
What?
Looks like there might be 2 kinds of broken glass here, John.
What does it mean?
Some glass was broken by the fire, some broken before.
A fight?
Perhaps.
Note the pugilistic pose, characteristic of a body being in a fire. Skull is exposed, some fracturing, more than likely artifactual, probably caused when the body was moved, and attached to the upper limbs, arms, chest, and back. Can you smell it?
Petrol?
We'll see.
This isn't as bad as me. It's very difficult to burn a body away. The narrow bits usually go first. The arms, legs, and this is no exception. As you can see, take a look at the thorax. The right side's burnt away, but the left's intact.
Body's thickest here. It's a bit like overdone pork. It's still quite juicy in the middle.
Well, you might as well stay over here if it's all right with Dr. Ryan. It's a lot more interesting than a whiner with hypothermia.
Mr. Chiang? Chiang Tianbing?
DC Cox to control, over.
Kerry's called in. There's no sign of the owner. Better chase up his medical records then. Go.
The trachea. Clean right down to the bottom. There you go, Fred.
Can you see how long?
Anywhere between 2 minutes and 5 years. Right. Can you get in close? And here, take your time. Plastic forceps, please, Fred. There's a piece of metal embedded in the spinal column. It appears to be the tip of a knife through the lung, causing hemorrhage into the chest cavity. You can actually see part of the rib. There. Thank you.
Did you get anybody else?
Sorry, Peter.
I should bloody well think. Dirty teeth, smoker. There was a gold filling here on the...
They haven't arrived yet.
Is he Chinese? Teeth aren't labelled, son. The uppers are angled forward. Might be East Asian. Call me when you've got his deal. Call somebody else. Mr. Bin. Chung Dran Bin.
They put the surname.
Well, that's John's name.
We can't yet be certain how you ought to prepare yourself.
Do I have to look at the body?
No, you leave her father's dentist.
He was a
afraid of the dentist. Seems stupid now.
You've had a grudge against your father?
No.
Was he in any kind of trouble? The cook turned up for work, but there were no waiters. Now, there must have been waiters.
Just
talk to him.
His name is Lan. Mr. Lan.
Come on!
I think I'll stay with her for a while.
Yeah, it's okay.
John.
Yes.
This is very difficult, but is what has happened anything to do with my advice?
What? And you talk about you?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
Everything's over.
I know.
And...
do. Both of you win too. Oh, is he down the yard, do you think? Bet you that's where he is. Is it light yet? He'll be wanting his breakfast. I'll go and see to him.
DC Cox, we're looking for a Mr. Lan, your brother. Mr. Lan, yes? We would like a word. There's nothing to worry about. It's just routine inquiries.
Rules and bounces away. We could tell psychedelic.
Is your brother at home, then? Maybe upstairs? You work as a waiter at the Saigon Palace restaurant, yes?
Wait, no waiter, no.
You didn't turn up for work yesterday. Why was that? I don't understand. What's happened? You understand that, all right, don't you?
Do you know when Mr. Kwok will be back from his business trip? You expected him last night. By the way, is that a Vietnamese name?
How'd you take the news?
As badly as you'd expect.
According to the medical records, he had lung cancer.
You found no evidence of that?
No, there's too much damage to the body.
There's a history of mental trouble.
Traumatic stress disorder.
I know.
Is this discussion going to take long? Because I have to get back to the office.
So, is it murder?
Almost certainly from a knife. The splintering of vertebra, the involvement of lung with hemorrhage. He was stabbed.
Harakiri.
And not from here clear, the knife entered from the back.
So it is murder.
The waiter?
Sent for a translator, not that we'll need her.
Do you think he knows something?
Well, he must do, otherwise why didn't he turn up for work?
Right. Well, you think a lot of things, DC Cox.
Sir, I understood that I was going to be interviewing this witness.
Well, you misunderstood.
Word, sir.
Not now.
A word.
I just tried to get this straight. I'm your boss. I say when you...
No word, this is personal.
You just can't keep the two things apart, can you?
Can you spokespersonal in that? It's separate. You're the one with the problem.
God, Russell, you're a child. You don't even realise, and you're using your position to carry on an argument.
It's not fair, and I won't have it.
What are you going to do then?
Apply for a transfer.
Go on. We've got an interesting car.
How interesting?
Silver Merc, found at Littleford railway station. Owned by a Vietnamese guy, Phan Nguyen.
Have you talked to him?
Can't go. He's not at home. Hasn't been for 36 hours.
Right. Leave it with us. Okay, apply for a transfer, if that's what you want. In the meantime, if you still accept my orders, follow up that car.
Has finally arrived. Going to find out who the best team we've ever
Dear, I'll get it.
is full of some of
Yes? Mummy, it's Sam.
When?
Who? Sam.
With their
Okay, his name here.
director and producer.
Mummy.
Who's that?
Oh no, sorry, it's not just the light. Were it not for these.
Translators here, sir.
Well, wait. That's legal cigarettes in prison. You better start learning the lingo, son, because you don't. National insurance, social security, income tax. Recognise any of those? I worked on all the books. Thank you, DC Cox. Silver Mercedes. Destructive. Owned by a certain Mr. Quop. And a rail ticket to Doncaster purchased at 6:20 in the morning after the fire by a gentleman of Oriental appearance. Do you know him? Look, mate.
What's wrong?
She's getting worse. I just called.
Oh, no, there's a surprise.
You're avoiding the issue. She's only going to get worse.
Me? Me? Avoid the bloody issue for the last 20 years, ever since Daddy's death.
This helps no one.
That bomb didn't just kill him. I mean, it killed her too, in the head. But slowly.
It has no emotional...
It's truth I'm talking about, not science. Grief, Sam. Grief ate her up day by day. You'd run away. Well, now you've come back to make tough decisions. Well, I've got news. You have no right. I will not put my mother to look at what you've done.
What did I do?
Destroyed our life.
I'm not a customer, I'm her sister.
Look at me, Sam. You deserve my customers. You pay me shit for a shit job. You can take it and stuff it up your asshole, which is where shit belongs. Years you spent poking about inside dead bodies, avoiding the issue, that big issue. The one dead body you could not face. The day of his death, shouting about your Catholic boy.
That had nothing to do with his death.
He checked that Land Rover every day. His favourite wee girl. Hurt him so much, you drove everything out of his head.
I won't listen to this.
Sam!
What is it?
A silver money clip for banknotes.
Where did they find it?
Under the sink. Sam found in the body.
Right.
Almost certainly the point of a knife which snapped on entry, presumably from contact with the spine. Poor quality steel. Most likely a kitchen knife.
How long before we know if it's in the restaurant?
It'll take us another couple of days to clear the scene, and then we'll know.
London?
Farmer first.
The victim's clothing shows traces of petrol. There's certainly some petrol was soaked in. It should allow us to reconstruct what happened.
Ma'am.
Thank you.
At Littleford Station, Lee, conductor there remembers selling a ticket to a man of East Asian appearance for the 6:30 to Doncaster. Cash.
Pity.
And there was a glass cabinet in the kitchen broken before the fire.
In a fight?
The waiter says there was a Vietnamese guy arrived at the restaurant that angry, and he's since disappeared according to his family. I'm going to see them now.
I see. Tom? Vietnamese guy leaving the scene in a hurry, and another dead in the restaurant, but you don't know which is which.
Well, not definitely, no.
Get on to the Met and ask them to go around and see the family. Get his dental records faxed up.
Let's...
What do we got to do? What do we got to do?
Where's Jenny?
Shopping.
For long?
Stay away from people like that. No maternal instinct.
Facts for you.
What is it?
Teeth.
Teeth? Whose teeth?
And Goyen. Can you pass me the cream? Little nappy rash can be. Something wrong?
It isn't Sean's father.
So, what does this guy have to do with it? You know, don't you?
No,
You do. I can see it in your face.
not for certain. Hi, it's Denise.
Sam, just tell the police what you know.
Hello, it's about the dental records. Yeah, I'm afraid it can't be definite. You need it. Well, you'll have to ask Abercrombie. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Okay, thanks. Bye.
You just lied to the police. Sam, tell them what you know.
I can't. I'm responsible for this, or I might be. I've got to go talk to her.
What am I supposed to do?
Whatever you think is right.
Looks like I'm left holding the baby. That seemed rather obvious to you now. One day you'll understand.
The mother's here. She doesn't speak English, so you'll have...
How are they?
Worried.
Good. Mrs. Kwok, I'm Detective Inspector.
Dentist worried them.
Yeah, they worry me and all.
What's happened to it? What's happened to him? Where is my father?
We don't know. We found his cut. Is it possible he went on to Doncaster from there?
She asks what he's saying.
He's a business in Doncaster.
He has business interests everywhere.
A body was found in the remains of a fire in a restaurant in Cambridge. Do you know it?
Cambridge?
What's she saying?
That she is a whore, the woman he was to marry. In Cambridge. Then Nolazi. Her name was Jung.
Rosie? You seen Sean? No, sorry, I haven't seen... She never said a word.
No, she's been lying her head off from the beginning.
Looks like it.
D.I.
No, I'm sorry, I haven't seen all day. Sorry. Sean? Sean? I know you're here. Mr. John?
Seawater. I brought it all the way from Vietnam. I kept it in a plastic bag inside my clothes, but the water still got in.
Your father didn't die in the fire. You know that, no?
Yes.
Was the man in the fire your fiancé? You lied to me. Where's your father? What happened?
I told Wayne I was not a virgin. It was obscene. You think the past will be wiped out if you're honest. No. The past eats you. Ask my father. Ask him.
Didn't you then fight with your father?
Yes.
I'll come with you. I've seen your father's medical file order. The court will take it into consideration. They'll understand.
So you think you understand? He always wants me to be educated. Here he was just some kind of Chinese waiter, little chink. They persecuted him because he worked for Americans. There was a problem. The whole family was disadvantaged. He'd never get to university. Bought his place on a boat. Down Saigon River in the dark to avoid patrol boats. And out to sea. The sea is so... But we have an engine. Not much fuel. The idea is you head off towards Malaysia with luck is 1, 2 weeks. My father told us this. My mother, the baby, my brother and me. I was 12. In my imagination, I see the flames high up in the night sky above the boat. Safe. If we have the fuel. And the luck. As the luck goes, we hit a storm. And the fuel ran out. And we drifted towards the islands. The pirates here had a joke. In the South China Sea. They're murder.
Call me then?
Yes, tomorrow, I promise. But my father's as wounded as mine, do you understand?
Yes.
He's frozen in the past. He cannot change. That is why I obeyed and took that man.
Karma like guilt?
No. Unlike guilt, karma is useful. Misery is a great teacher.
Not a man. Boy. I wouldn't. And bad things happen because of it.
We could...
Persuade him to come in.
I will try. Thank you for the opportunity. They know the body's not yours.
Sorry.
So where are we going for Mummy's birthday?
The old bush.
Oh, great.
A gran in a home.
It's not a matter of what I want. It's what's best for Mummy.
You look nervous.
I was just thinking the same thing about ourselves. Are you confident?
No, I'm crap. You've got all the brains in this family.
Your mother has... She always was cleverer than she looked.
Sorry we had to get you in so early. It said it was a difficult identification.
Dr. Ryan could have told you this.
Told us what exactly?
And your own child could tell you. There's even an outside chance at all. Kwok Van Guyen, no doubt at all.
The other way round.
When you see Dr. Ryan, ask her why I had to be dragged all the way.
Also, if you invested in a fax machine, then...
So the father killed the fiancée?
Didn't tell us that. Whoever she is.
She tells lies. She's not the only one.
Aren't you embarrassed being dropped off by your auntie?
They think you're my lover. It's been great for their reputation.
Police.
What a go.
Hello? Chan. I'll be there. Bye.
her in black and white, love.
That's where she is. You may think you won't, but you will. Nobody lies to me twice. Why did you do it? If I when I found out. But what could possibly... Nigga.
He's got the hots for the boss's daughter.
She came to you with that terrified look in her eyes. Hell, you saw it as your big chance to shine. You actually thought that this was the moment you'd been waiting for. At last, she needs... Fool. She used you.
No!
For what? What did you do? I think you better tell me, don't you, son?
Yes, it's the knife, all right. The missing fragment fits absolutely. On the hilt, 3 good and 1 fuzzy partial. And we have a match from immigration records.
So it wasn't the waiter, it was the girl's father. How was he getting along with the scene?
The body was in the kitchen during most of the fire, protecting the floor underneath, so we were able to find traces of petrol that soaked into the wood. There was a lot of debris in this region for the body to help the fire along.
Every contact leaves a trace.
Correct. And we think we found some blood remains over here in the corner, under the soot, but we're not sure yet.
Sorry, I'm late. I thought you weren't coming. I promised.
Have you got a motive?
Inscrutability factor. Dr. Ryan, hello.
I brought someone to see you.
Good is not your father. And all I want to do is to talk to him. Where's the harm in a chat? A few words. Yeah, a restaurant burns down. Naturally, we'd want a few words with the owner. You've been here, what, 12 years? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand you exactly. You want to put my father in prison. You look at my slitty eyes and you must think Scotch.
We prefer the term Scottish.
Well, perhaps you're unaware that Vietnam had a civilization before you out.
I believe you know where your father is. Now, he is wanted for question.
Are you holding me?
Nguyen humiliated you at the hotel. Then he went to the restaurant to confront your father. What happened then?
Are you charging me with a crime?
Do you want a cup of tea? You were interviewing somebody and you're taking a piss behind my back.
Nothing, sir.
See it?
Childish.
You're pulling...
She was an idiot.
Right. You show me how it's done.
Right, I will.
Go on then.
You got the daughter in?
Yes, ma'am.
Did she give you anything?
We're working on it.
Your dad, how is he? Wherever he is. Bearing up? You've had some rough times, you two. Vietnam, the boat, now this. I mean, I don't see a way out. Do you?
DC Cox has requested reassignment.
Oh, did she give a reason?
No, she'll shed some light.
Well, she probably wants more experience.
Ah,
Well, she's very capable. I'm sure she'll do really well anyway.
that depends on the rumour machine.
What?
Off the record.
Good.
It really pisses me off that I have to lose 100 pounds.
Wait a minute. I don't
Sex and work don't mix. A good senior officer would know that. Well, let me tell you something, Tom. To DI, but she's the one I can't replace. There's more than enough like you and far too few like her. I don't want her career compromised. Even this. When she leaves this station, she's not a slag. Not if you want a career.
How's she doing?
She's very reticent. No, sit down. Abercrombie made the identification.
Yes, he would. He's a first-class forensic dentist.
Sit down. The body found in the restaurant was Mr. Kwok van Nguyen, widower, who leaves a mother and your old son.
Yeah.
Look, you obviously have some influence with this girl.
You're always telling me to keep out of your investment.
Her father is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. He's killed once already. We don't want it to happen again. We need to know where he is.
For the police.
Whose side are you on, Sam?
You seem short of good advice today, Dr. Ryan. On the boat. When the man raped you. That's what all this is about, isn't it? Experiences like that. Extreme experiences like that. What can you know about my father? My father was killed by the IRA. You think you understand about life, the world. And then one morning, for no particular race, one brief moment of horror, your world shattered. You can never feel it. No. The police have found the knife. They know your father killed me. It'd be dangerous. I have to get on with my work. I have exams. There's no escape. Not for him. You understand that, don't you? We came here. You said you'd talk to them. That man. The ignorant man. Not him. Nguyen did not consider me worthy of the honour of marriage.
Because he attacked you in the hotel garden?
Tell us about your father. You mean... He protected me. He was always what a father is to his child. Being God and Superman. They laughed at him. He was crawling. Taking their kicks like a dog. Wide eyes astonished. He's pushed aside and gone. And they came to the woman, my mother, amongst them, finished with her, discarded her, thrown her into the water. They came for me. Actually desirable, beautiful then, young. And I screamed for him. It made no difference. The world had changed forever.
What's going on, Papa? Women's business.
I was raped by several men. I think 9, perhaps 10, perhaps 11. I was 12 years old. The world had been a place in which my father could heal people. He could not even heal himself. And you? Have recovered. But my father, on the other hand, has not.
And Nguyen found all this out? Then he and your father fought? It's not betrayal. It's for the best. Best for him.
Superintendent Farmer, what can you do to me?
Give us a moment.
Are you going to let her go?
She obviously knows more than she's saying.
She's physical evidence. I need to hold her.
I can't hold her. DC Cox?
Ma'am.
What did she say?
Well,
Nothing. We have nothing to hold her on. Understand who you're dealing with.
look, it's simple.
She was gang raped as a kid. Half her family were murdered. Her father had to watch it. There's nothing simple.
Because you felt sorry for her.
No, because she wouldn't talk.
Obviously, Farmer has put a tail on her. Jesus, Tom, there has to be something left you. I'm leaving you. And do you want to know why? You're frozen, numb. And those last few weeks that I thought you were inside me, you made me numb too.
She's conning you.
She was 12 years old, you bloody man. Thank you. When you see your father, when I see him, make sure you say goodbye. You'll regret it all your life if you let the chance slip by. He says she goes between the hostel and the hospital and back again, so do you want him to stay with her?
Yes.
Don't I get a drink then?
No. Listen, Liza, it's too difficult. I'm not able to deal with these delicate emotional situations.
Listen.
And why I'm a bloody man. Only women understand emotion. That's a biological fact. I believe it goes with the tits.
So what does a man drunk and he tells himself that he's finally having a real emotion?
Would you like to come back to my place? Numbing sex with an emotionally damaged man during which he might just cry. Would you like that?
It's late and I'm too tired for this. And what did we do that made you feel so sorry for yourself?
Who's in?
Jen.
It's cold here. My legs are stiff.
Then get the circulation going.
Green, Sam. As a female colour.
Orange doesn't suit you, Mummy.
Oh,
it's lovely. Good. You look smart.
Yes, well, it is for me. It's nice. I suppose the nursing home's your big birthday present. Mum.
Come on, Mummy. Here we go. Hang on. Just so we can get away.
The pain makes me feel clean again. It's good.
Here. I brought you other things. Television.
Maybe I can watch football.
But Newcastle got the points.
I have to go soon.
Assistant to England, 1 man up.
I have to be seen in the hospital.
Labyrinth down here.
How do you find him?
The masculine virtue. I followed her. What a suspicious bastard, eh? North. Spoil Superintendent Farmer's weekend. Take her out of the squash club. North. Go. While you're up there, see if I feel like shite. No fee. You.
What is the matter, Sam? Are you afraid? Mommy seems happy enough.
Then I'm happy.
What do you have to drink?
I'll have mineral water, please.
I thought you said you weren't on coal. I'm not. You have a car. From beer. Coke.
Oh, give the boy a break.
Coke and no argument.
Never mind you. Swap with me.
The new services put in. Central heating, air conditioning.
You didn't fit them all into one plan?
I weren't expecting you.
I know they're in here somewhere, hiding like mice under the floor. We've got you now! You're trapped!
I'm a hostage! He's holding me as a hostage!
Been supplying him all along. She's not a hostage, she's part of this.
My father is crazy! He can do anything!
Box.
There's another entrance over there.
Right, get your guys ready.
Sir, my father has PTSD. He could do anything.
Understanding tells me he's not going to kill his own daughter.
I told you what he's been through, I think. Look, you found them. It's only a matter of time now, so just wait for Farmer. Then if anything goes wrong, she can...
Right, we're treating this...
Where? Well, family that eats together stays together. Isn't that what they say?
I think it's plays.
No, it's praise.
No, do that anymore. Just because we're Protestant doesn't mean we believe in God.
Have you had any exam results back yet?
Yes.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, I was going to tell you.
Oh, yeah? When? When?
18%.
18%? 18%? How could they give you 18% if you... That is awful.
Yeah, I know.
It's terrible.
I'm sorry.
All these years, and that's all you can come up with. It's Mommy's birthday. Oh, you have let me down, boy.
It's only a mock.
It's a bloody mockery, that's what it is.
Oh, so I'm thick.
Well?
There's a service duct behind here. It's complicated.
It's a bloody maze.
Exits?
2, both covered, and that's where we think they are.
Will you be able to move? That is it then. It's over.
I will do what I have resolved.
You'd left us. Dr. Ryan? Oh, we weren't doing fine. What? My mother needed me. Wanted, maybe, needed, never. No, she learned not to rely on what she couldn't have. Every time she looks, eyes, his mouth.
I know.
Jesus, you got everything.
Well, I'm sorry, I've got to go.
It's an excuse.
It's an emergency, believe me.
Mommy is an emergency. And Ricky is doing his best.
One of the service ducts. And she can't come out?
Can't or won't.
Is she all right?
Of course she's all right. It's going to happen. But it won't get her anywhere. There's nowhere to go.
I'm taking this very slowly. We're going to talk them out no matter how long it takes. Talk to her, that's all. You're the only person she trusts. I want to keep things calm. I don't want anyone to get hurt. All right, move out.
John?
It's Sam. Dr. Ryan. I'm coming in.
No! My father doesn't... I'm on my own.
The girl's hostage, yeah?
Can you hear me?
Stay where you are. You're here to persuade me to come out. Yes. My father will go to prison. Yes. The courts will understand and it will make a difference. Do you think I've done all this so you can die? No. I'll do everything I can to help. What can you do? Anything? Why? Of course. Your advice. You think you are responsible for something?
What advice?
Shh. It began and how it will end. I don't. You've got to come out of there. Are you there? Charm?
What advice?
Mom? I think they're getting ready to come out.
I won't go.
Leave me.
I won't.
It is all I have to give. And I must be permitted my chance of atonement. Now go. Go. Go.
Mom, they're moving somewhere.
They're coming out.
What is it?
Sounds like traffic.
Norfolk Cummings, in you go.
Goldie, are you alright?
Stay away from that bullet. Right. Thank you.
Well,
Trevor's away on another call.
that leaves you then.
I knew her.
You didn't know her. Well, if I can do this, so can you. Nobody better.
Isn't that just the point, though, Tom? I mean, neither of us should do this.
Oh, I am. She did. Detachment. Anyway, nobody else is going to look at her now. Nobody but me.
Okay. As expected, little external marking. Except on the point of contact.
You must get to see a lot of this, eh, Fred? New twinning.
Inspector Adams isn't feeling them out.
Yeah, sure.
Young, isn't she? Beautiful. Last time I saw her naked was Saturday. As I was going to dump her. I thought, I'll tease her just to freeze her out. Be cold, she'll get the message, you know. I love her. I tell her. Where is she, Sam?
I don't know.
Expert at death. I thought you knew the secret. But they're just... You don't understand it any better than I do.
No. My father's last few moments alive. He was shouting. Muscles in his neck were taut with fury. Eyes blazing. And he was still in control and very much alive. And then suddenly he was gone. He just disappeared. And there was this twisted thing in the road. A million years we've stood over it and tried to understand that disappearance. But no one ever has. This won't help. Believe me.
So beautiful. Bye-bye.
Going into the body now.
You mean there's no police presence?
DC Cox is in there. One of the best. I shall miss her.
Jarvis. I'm relieving Inspector Adams. There was no time gap. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else I have to fix?
I love her. I just feel that.
I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do?
Yeah.
There is extensive lacerational injury and right lateral aspects of the skull with comminuted compound fracturing.
I've been one of these since I was a kid.
The cause of death was...
The cause... You held back. If you'd told us what you knew, she wouldn't have been in that basement and she wouldn't be in there now.
The blow to the head.
You killed her.
There's a man looking for someone to blame.
Yeah.
Will I have to go into her home?
Not for a wee while, anyway. Just say what you feel.
I forgive you.
Thank you, Mommy. Our win hasn't.
Well, it was her daddy, too.
I know. The Sheikh.
Don't be silly. Protestants don't atone. That's only for Catholics.
What about Buddhists?
Some blood remains under the soot. Fire damage is very faint, but just about good enough to give us a splatter pattern. He was killed here, the knife driven in from behind.
The covenant was broken. So the fight was here. The stabbing was there. He was facing the wrong way. Oh, there were two people in the kitchen?
Possibly.
What other evidence have you got?
We had Biglets at Littleford and bought a ticket pretending to be New Yen. We had hopes to tie him in with a car forensically, but all we found was one of Chan's hairs. Hardly surprising, after all she was.
You drove your father to the station. You were in the kitchen. It's you. I know. You know. Believe. I didn't done. You must have given it to the waiter. But you cannot prove. Your father had lung cancer. So he took the blame. It's true, isn't it? The father's job is to make a world safe for his child. In this he failed. Twice. First on the boat. What happened in the kitchen? Yeah. He touched you and he'd raped you. So you picked up a knife and drove it into his body with all your strength. Made the world safe for you again. I have been a victim once before. I will not be, and I will never, whatever it costs, whatever it requires. What about DC Cox? One must live with it, and seek to atone. I think, Dr. Roy, you understand what I mean. Murdered a man. So what are you going to do? I promised my father I will be a doctor in 2 weeks. And that is what I will be. Heal what I can. Didn't we have an emergency? I don't think so. Whatever I did all those years ago, I've moved on now. Put it behind me. You need to move on as well. It's time for you to forget Daddy. If he could stand here right now, do you know how he'd feel? Insulted. For him is to blame me. Every day. Every day. Because I let you. And I let you because I love you. But I've had it, honey. But I can't go on accepting guilt from you. It was the bomb, not me.